Hello, and welcome to Applying for an Education, Health and Care Needs Assessment webinar with myself, Lindsay Critchlow. Whether you're joining us from Vimeo or YouTube, you're all welcome. So this webinar, we're going to go and talk about what you need to do to apply for a needs assessment. So a bit about who we are. We're Send Education for All, and we're an advocacy company. Myself, I've got 18 years of personal experience and 4 years of professional experience in the SEND sector. I've got 3 wonderfully neurodivergent boys. All have EHCPs. 2 of them attended independent specialist school, which I secured through 2 tribunals. Well, 3, because the second one ended up being the 2 tribunals. I've got all 3 levels of EHC law training, and I've also previously worked for another advocacy organisation. I'm fully insured, so Send Education for also myself and both Laura are fully insured. We both have DBS checks, and we are registered with the ICO. Laura is another SEND advocate that works with SEND Education for All. She's also the mother of 3 wonderfully neurodivergent children who all have EHCPs as well. Her eldest is 22 and has benefited from an EHCP for many years. She has 2 other children who she fights tirelessly and still to this day does to obtain the EHCPs and ensuring they're appropriate for the needs. She's appealed for both children's secure placements and specialist. One child she even advanced to a hearing, while the local authority conceded before the hearing took place. She's also, in addition to her advocacy work, she's completed all 3 levels of SEND law courses. She's deeply committed to empowering her knowledge in SEND and has participated in numerous training courses over the years. Because she's always wanting to better herself, to be able to support her own children and assist other families. We also continue to do CPD, and myself and Laura do different courses throughout the year. So yeah, that's just a bit about who we are. So what is an EHCP? Good question. An EHCP is an education, health and care plan. It's designed for children and young individuals up to the age of 25 requiring more assistance than what special educational needs support provides. So whatever is available ordinarily available at SEND level at a mainstream school, anything that's above that is what an EHC plan would provide for a child. These plans pinpoint education, health and social requirements and outline supplementary aids to address them. EHCPs are formal legal documents, so whatever is in Section F and Section B of our education plan is legally enforceable. So the local authorities have a duty to ensure that all provision is provided for all children. So what is the 2-part legal test? This is the test that we are looking at when we're looking for an EHC needs assessment. Now, we must remember that we're not asking for a plan at this stage, we're just asking them to do an EHC needs assessment. So what is a 2-part legal test? The Children's and Families Act 2014, Section 36(8), the local authority must secure an EHC needs assessment for the child or young person if, after having regard to any views expressed, and evidence submitted under subsection Z, the authority is of the opinion that a child or young person has or may, which is really important, may have special educational needs. So you're not proving ultimately that your child has, you're proving that they may have special educational needs, and it may be necessary for special education provision to be made for the child or young person in accordance with an EHC plan. Again, we're not proving ultimately that the child needs, we're proving that they may need provision in accordance with an EHC plan. It hasn't come up properly, but we have a template letter for submission for an EHC needs assessment client version. If you scan that QR code, it will take you to our website, which is where you will be able to access the copy of our letter to be able to fill in. It's a template letter. So what do we need to do? So the local authority will often say that there are certain things that are needed to be submitted for an EHC needs assessment. We do not need, what do we not need to do? Not what do we need? So we do not need to fill out the LA template form. We do not need to already have an educational psychologist report. We do not need to provide so many terms of evidence. The child or young person does not need to have significant needs in many areas. And there are many, many more myths that are used by the local authority, like you need to prove that the school's already spent £6,000. You need to prove that the child has diagnosis. Nope, there's no diagnosis. It's needs-led. I'm trying to think, because there are, honestly, there's many myths out there, which we do have a webinar which I will record and upload, that is about the myths around EHCPs and SEND support plans. But it's important to know that at this stage, the only thing that we need to be doing is submitting a letter to prove that our children meet the legal test that we've discussed, the two-part legal test. Our child may have special educational needs and may need special education provision in accordance with an EHC plan. What do we need to do? To apply for an EHC needs assessment, we fill out a letter like the template letter we have shown and send this off with any reports, letters and emails that show the needs and provisions that we have detailed within the letter. We then wait 6 weeks to find out if the local authority is going to conduct an EHC needs assessment. And that is it. That is all we're doing for an EHC needs assessment submission. Nothing else. Anything else is on local policy. It's inflated, it's not needed. It is simply that you are filling out a letter like the template that we have on the website that I've shown, or the EHC template, to prove that, to show that your child has or may have special educational needs and has or may need special education and provision in accordance with an EHCP plan. That is it. Then you submit that letter off, and the local authority have 6 weeks to decide if they are going to conduct an EHC needs assessment or not. What if they refuse? Good question. Don't panic. Often the refuse is unlawful. The most common reasons are not enough rounds of assess plan do review. The school has not provided any evidence. The child is not X amount of years behind. The school has not spent £6,000 supporting the child. There's no EP report. The child has no diagnosis. This is when we would submit an appeal. So this is when you'd appeal, but don't panic, because honestly, at this stage, it is very, very rare that the tribunal or even going to tribunal, because quite often it is more than proved that the legal test has been met and the local authority are applying above and beyond that legal test. And that is literally, that is it. That is where we're gonna where we keep it. And I've gone through that, and I've kept it as simple as possible, because this part needs to be kept as simple as possible, although the local authorities do try and overinflate what it's supposed to be. But that is it. And if you need any support or any help, we've got our group on Facebook. You can always email hello@educationforall.uk, and then there's our website with lots of information, including the template letter, educationforall.uk. But thank you for listening. Really appreciate it. My name's Lindsay Critchlow, and hopefully you'll join us again for the next webinar that we'll be recording. Thanks. Bye.